The Falls Count Everywhere podcast would like to mention our friends at the following. For the most intriguing wrestling stories and info on independent shows in multiple regions, nobody does it like We Talk Wrestling. Subscribe to Facebook's #1 interactive community for professional wrestling today. Pro wrestling on Tuesdays are a blast with the Wrestle Talk podcast. Join the entire crew every Tuesday at 7 p.m. as they bring their takes on the major circuits, showcase interviews with various indie stars, and news on the #1 fantasy wrestling promotion, the FWWC. Visit them at facebook.com/WrestleTalkPodcast and at WrestleTalkCast on YouTube and X.
All of us here show appreciation and love to our first responders, military, and volunteers that help our nation as well as protect and serve us every day. Thank you for all you do.
Get ready for episode number 155 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast as we welcome the young, ambitious competitor with the flowing red dreads off the California coast, overcoming his opposition with a technical aerial striking arsenal. Punk Synister.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good evening, everybody. It's been a long few weeks since we've been in the studio, but we're here ready to get things started. As always, and of course, thanks to my lovely computer who likes to lag everything when I don't want to hit it right on time. Thanks for nothing. Just like Elon Musk, thanks for nothing where I can't stream on X. But that's another story. I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby here, along with the Jump City Mouse, Zmiz. And like I said, it's been a few weeks since we've been in the studio, man. I guess I had to dust things off a little bit in order to make them work again. Maybe I had
to squeak and throw some WD-40 in the old bones to get them working again. Memory right?
Yeah,
we needed some time off. We've been going hectic here.
Yeah, well, High Mania was pretty fun, and
High Mania was a blast, actually.
Yeah, well, it was a blast, and then. I'll just say that it was quite the adventure of the stay on Friday night, and how I didn't come away with the High Mania Cup.
Crap.
Yeah,
crap.
Well, yeah, for now, but
Crusher. We did have that conversation with Crusher the next day at not High Mania, at the Spookery thing. The Spooktacular, whatever the heck they called it. I can't remember what they called it now. The Phenomenon event. Where had great legends and stuff there. But we got Crusher to almost agree, or at least he's taken it into considerations of you getting a chance at the cup.
Yeah, well, I told him forget that cup. I would use that cup debate as the #1 contendership for the title. I'm like, just give me a #1 contenders match.
Right, yeah.
That cup, Sky Black's going to crunk that worse than Little John anyway, so I don't care.
Sky Black, that's a good guy. Yeah. I like Sky Black.
He's going to bedazzle that thing, bro. He's going to like
him. He can bedazzle all he wants.
Yeah. So we are here live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at Falls Count Everywhere. Wish we could be live at FCE Podcast on X, but I put the link at least in a post of ours, and I said
we're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook though. So
yes, we are. And
Facebook looking at you guys. This is your chance to come back and knock out X because they're not even competition for you this week.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah, I know. Shoot, I don't even know if we have our counter up. I have my counter up, but it It is what it is.
2-2. YouTube and Facebook 2-2. So respects.
Okay, yeah, respect on that. Spread the word. Get the word around if you could, guys. Share the link. Share the show. We're going to have a great guest here coming up here in about 15, 20 minutes with Punk Synister, a guy off the California coast. A very dazzling technical, striking aerial competitor.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking some things over with him in the upcoming stages here of the podcast here. But hey, why don't we get into some things here? Let's remind everybody here that you can get your official gear to support the Falls Count Everywhere podcast, or of course when we talk wrestling. And of course, this is from the Woke brand with a good friend Terry Rush Russell here putting out.
That's my boy.
Putting out the designs of these awesome shirts. And let me tell you, man, I'm lying. I'm dying if I'm lying. If I said this is probably about the most comfortable shirt I've ever freaking wore. I kid you not. Great material, great comfort. I mean, I can even sleep in this. I mean, I can go all day and sleep in and wake up the next day, keep going in it. But, hygiene prevents me from doing that. So, so just get a fresh shirt, But no. TheWokeBrand.com. That's WHOAQ brand.com. Go ahead and scan those QR codes there. That'll take you right to the page on that artwork. Speaking of QR codes, you find them on the top left-hand corner. That will get you to all of our places on the web and social media up in the top left-hand corner. So make sure you're scanning those and following, liking, subscribing to everything we do, because we're bringing you the best content we can for in the professional wrestling world. So, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and get into some things here, some developments here on the world of WWE that we're going to talk about here. That's coming up. We got something big coming up here. We're not going to get into the big event just quite yet. First, let's talk about what's going to happen on SmackDown this coming week. These two we're going to get into, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. They're going to have a busy week, which if they are successful on Tuesday night, which we will get into on that, they will be defending the WWE Women's Tag Titles against Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Like I said, how they got these at the Clash, bro. It was in a triple threat. Bianca and Jay were not even a factor in the pin. So,
well, it's about time the ladies get their rematch for something that they didn't lose necessarily. So I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see the female tag team division starting to really pick up some steam in WWE because we all know I love to watch the females, but heck, beauty and beating the crap out of each other. Let's go. So it'll be interesting to see how these two teams fare against each other. I am not a big Isla Dawn fan, but Alba Fire, I'm all about, and I think she's a baller. I kind of do like the two as a pair, so I'm totally okay with how they're going with it. We'll see how it plays out. We all know I love my big glass of chocolate milk, Jade Cargill. So I'm in it. I'm in it for my girls, Bianca and Jade, all the way.
Oh my God, yeah.
Hey, I'm being honest, dude.
Yeah,
I love those women. I think Jade has a lot of potential within the business and the industry. She's still the thing about like mainstream wrestling fans that irritate the crap out of me is some of these wrestlers, they get fast tracked to WWE, AEW, what it may be, right? So that we have to watch them grow and develop and become something on the main stages. Like Dominic Mysterio, we can even throw the Miz in there as one of the guys that really developed under the big lights instead of really, honing his craft in a bingo hall or what it may be. Jade's one of those people, and to see a female hone her craft live right on screen, and not saying that not all the other women do the same thing, or in men, women, etc. But we're really getting to see her develop and progress, and I think we're going to see something special out of her once she start shedding some of the things that do not help her. And I think Bianca Belair is a perfect person to match her up with to help her with that. And I also cannot wait for these two women to go at it one day. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, there's a very high chance that we're going to see new women's tag team champions.
Oh yeah, this week we're seeing new tag team champions, one way or another.
One way or the other.
If it's not these two beautiful women taking it, Jade and Bianca, my girl Lash she's deserves some tag team, just gold. Period. Lash deserves all the gold. I love me some Lash Legend.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm still trying to get on board with that, but it's I mean, it is what it is. With that, I don't know. It's something about Lash I just am not really too thrilled about either. Just like kind of like with you and Isla Dawn. I don't know, something about. Oh my god, bro.
Fact. In the words of Jey Uso, yeet.
Yeah. Give that boy a long teaspoon to mix it all up.
I'll be cheesy. Oh, dude, Jade's awesome. I don't care what anyone says.
So, in the result of the tag team gauntlet match last week, here's what's interesting here. DIY against Tomatonga and Jacob Fatu of the Bloodline. Like I said, both of these matches are going to be on SmackDown, which is I'm kind of shocked here. But bringing gold back to the Bloodline here, and I'm really frowning upon this. I really don't look at the inevitable because I'm just not really a big fan of this Bloodline at all.
Oh no, dude. How can you not like this Bloodline? Okay, let's put it this way. It is if your Kool-Aid had too much ice in it and it got watered down, 100%. So we'll give it what it is. They are a watered down version of Bloodline. But the fact that they are developing so well under Solo, and we're starting to see actual character development with Solo. I was just telling Punk Sinister in the thing, if I can't see character, then what's the point of you being a wrestler? If there's no character to you and you can't add something to it, because we'll get into that in a minute, but still, we're starting to really see Solo's character start to develop, and I really kind of like this mob boss that could be outtaken by his crew. I don't know if that's the feeling I get, because Jacob Fatu, like he is really just a star. He has star written right on him through and through. Every time that man takes a screen, he is definitely like a focal point. So like, is it building Solo up or is it building the whole crew up? What if Jacob Fatu turns on Solo?
Yeah.
There's so many other storylines we could go with. So we're seeing real character development with these guys, and that's something that WWE hasn't done the best with. They kind of like give us cliche characters, right? They gave us
right,
and we're actually seeing character development. Chelsea Green's the same way, but Solo, if you're not enjoying the Bloodline right now, you're missing out because it's watered down a little bit, but it's fun. It's a sequel. Come on.
Yeah, it's a sequel. It's almost like watch. I don't know. I'm trying to find a bad sequel, but if you get my drift, but we'll see what happens here. But let's talk about this coming Tuesday.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about here. There's no megastar within the group now, and that's what makes it so nice.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, really, I would have to agree. There is no megastar in the Bloodline, but
no,
I don't know. This just seems more of a thug mentality, and they're like some
love it.
So let's talk about this 2-week special event on Sci-Fi NXT's Great American Bash. This is all going to be taking place on this coming Tuesday
and the next Tuesday after that.
Well, right. But these matches will be happening on Tuesday, which is Roxanne Perez defending the NXT Women's Championship against Thea Hale.
Let's go, Thea.
I didn't realize Thea Hale is only 20.
Let's go, Thea.
So we're trying to make another young champion here. So
let's go, Thea.
I would like to see Thea Hale. I'd like to see Chase U get some gold underneath their back to their camp. So yeah, I know they ain't getting the right. Brother, for everything we did in professional wrestling, we should have a police record, like a rap sheet, like as long as the day. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'd have a rap sheet for all I've done.
Thea.
Here's another one for the NXT Heritage Cup British Rounds rules. Tony D'Angelo defending against Tavion Heights. I see D'Angelo still hanging on to this.
Yeah. Give me D'Angelo.
So, Yeah, so Tony D'Angelo is going to be uh, gonna hang on to the cup. Now let's look at this here real quick. So once again, Fire and Dawn. So this
Fire and Dawn.
Tuesday, Fire and Dawn defending against Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. This is for, I said NXT Women's Tag Team Championship, but this is actually the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. So that's a typo. I don't think I ever bought the NXT Women's Tag Team.
They fused them. They're together. They're the same title now. Well, they're one and the same.
Because one had a curse on it or something? Or
maybe.
What was it that there's like a log thing going that there's like that the titles are cursed because someone always got injured, whoever held them.
It is very true though. It's just recently changed, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Or they got released. One partner would get hurt or they'd get released right after they dropped the titles. Happened every time.
And also, out of all those matches, and there's stellar matches, but I'm sorry, but
Ethan.
This is what I'm looking to on Tuesday.
The concert, my bad. Because everybody believes, I don't know if Skylar told you he wanted me to do something when we first started, and it's going to happen eventually one day, but it's to see if we can crack you.
See if I crack me.
Yeah.
Listen, no, I can't say anybody's name because he won't appear. That's why I put a picture of it. So I'm not saying anything.
Everybody's favorite internet sensation.
I'm interested about this. So I'm following the long hair. Something tells me that he's going to have a nice little song for all.
Who's he singing about? Who's he? Do you think it's going to be Gallus?
I think
that's who we're going to go for first. Let's go against Joe. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, so Gallus is going to be the target for his songs, which I've been kind of reminded of all the songs he's sang, or like the best ones.
Oh, the had. Matt Cardona one. You'll be like, Edges, bitch.
Kenny.
Joe. So this is real talk. When Zack Ryder or Matt Cardona got over via the internet and kind of got shoved down because Vince McMahon's oh, that's not how people get over. We all kind of all the internet marquee fans, right? Joe Hendry is that for us now. Is he's the main street guy, the main staple wrestlers, in the bigger leagues, and he's gotten over basically via the internet, and it's beautiful. And I can't wait to see people see the talent behind him, because people don't like Joe. How can you hate that smile? That's a man that walks in a room and I just get happy that I see him. I can't wait to see what happened.
I know, right? I know. He gets over just anywhere he goes. And
sports stars. There's so many people doing Joe Hendry stuff.
Kids in classroom. I mean, it's here we go. We're getting heel comments here. That could be true. I don't know. I don't know. But no, I'm looking forward to that. This Tuesday, so it's going to be the women's title match, the Heritage Cup, and the WWE Women's Tag match. So I'm Fire and Dawn are going to win on Tuesday. That's for sure.
I can't wait for the concert now. Now you got me.
Thanks. Yeah. Tuesday at 7:00 Central. You all have got to be glued to USA or Sci-Fi. Remember,
Sci-Fi.
Remember, it's Sci-Fi. Okay, not USA. Sci-Fi. And then, of course, we got Ethan Page and Oro Menza.
Yeah,
that'll be on the.
That's gonna be a good match, though.
That's gonna be on night 2.
That's gonna be a good match.
That is gonna be a good match. So I don't know what they're gonna have to fill. So maybe they might have a match with the Rascals, or maybe they might have something else going on. But
we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, we haven't.
NXT's doing great stuff.
I mean, you also have the NXT tag team titles too.
Yeah,
Axiom and Frazier, you never know, might have to defend those belts.
I don't know. Axiom might be going for the speed title. Yeah, he's going for the speed title next week, I think.
Who cares? Being a match longer than 3 minutes, Axiom, knock it off.
the championship match is 5 minutes, so.
Excuse me. Excuse me for being
I like the concept of speed. I like the concept of the speed division, so I'm still with it. They still have me hooked.
Oh man, yeah, I know, but I'm telling you, man, this NXT is starting to build up again. Once it's went to white and gold, and the white and gold is getting a lot better. Almost, I would say it's probably right at the black and gold level right now, to where it was.
Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there for sure.
It's getting there, but it's some good stuff, and I'm telling you, this mix of TNA, it's helping out quite a bit. So,
wait a minute. So you don't like Whoop That Trick? You don't like Trick Williams?
No, Trick's fine. I'm just saying,
Skyler, at least the champ being a jackass, because we all know it's Ethan Page, all ego, baby.
Right.
We big Ethan Page fans around here.
Oh man, Glory Pro was today. Man. I couldn't go.
Was Alex Shelley? Oh, what a dope show.
Yeah, and Roy Heat was back in town too, bro. So
yeah,
I mean,
Alex Shelley was at Glory Pro.
Yeah, I know. So, and it's kind of interesting now. Do we see the? Yeah, we could talk and see the machine guns. We've heard this rumor here for about 2 weeks now. We haven't really seen any buffering of that.
I can't wait to see if that's true, dude. Do you think if they could keep that under wraps, that like it actually happens and Motor City machine guns pop up anywhere on WWE TV? Holy cow!
Yeah, I know, right? I know exactly. So before we get in, so this is our last part here. We're just going to do this here real quick. So we're just bringing this up with upcoming shows here, at least around the area. And of course, if there's anything that any one of our other featured guests are going to be at, we want to get that involved too. In fact, we may even do that. But this coming Saturday, SICW at Collinsville, Illinois at the Fireman's Hall. And WWE legend Haku will be in the building. And also for one night only, Travis Cook is going to be returning to help with Devastation Incorporated. I may even be in the building too to show up here because I've got some I got some business to start getting back up with SICW again. So but yeah, bell time as that 7 doors opens at 6. If you pay admission for this show, you get to attend the free TV taping on the following day, Sunday, August 4th. At the East Carondelet Community Center, 823 South Sage Street, and taping start at noon. So, so get a chance to see Ming if you haven't already. This is interesting though. So Haku's sons are going to be all at SummerSlam, but he's going to be at Collinsville, Illinois.
Hey,
that's safe.
More power. The bloodline has to split out. They have to spread out, man. They got to share the wealth.
Gotta make sure the brothers are not hitting each other in the head. Trying to do
yeah. No ding dong hits.
Stop hitting your brother in the head.
Hey, can somebody explain to me before we continue these shows? How did Tongaloa hurt his eye? Did I miss something? Was it?
He might have had a chopstick accident. I have no idea, bro.
I was really confused. I'm like, wait a minute, he hurt his eye. Like, you're not covered now. What? But whatever.
You don't like them steaks. You know, like you take a group of steaks and he probably did that at the house show. Probably so.
That could be. But hey, if you're going to be in the area, August 3rd, right there, the SICW, they're going to have a banger of an event.
Yeah, and find out what it's going to be like when Roman returns and kicks his boys' butts. So,
man, you can meet the myth, the legend himself, Haku Ming.
Yeah, let's just say it's a guy that you want on your good side for sure. Okay, you get on his bad side, you don't want it because we saw the stance at the Fan Fest, bro.
Yeah,
it's no joke. It's no joke. Let's see. I meant to do. Did I do this? I wanted to do this first because August 10th. This is where you're going to be at, right?
Should be, yes. If everything goes according. The voice is back. I had to cancel last minute because last week Zmiz's voice literally went, "Nope, you ain't talking." No voice commentary from me, unfortunately, but huge event. Dysfunction now runs IEW, and we're going to see how it lands. Luckily, I still have a job, so thank you to Brandon Espinoza and them for allowing me to still be able to call Dysfunction matches at the wonderful IEW Dysfunction verse or reboot now.
No, you're lucky you didn't get a pay decrease. But if
oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Brandon, he didn't mean that, sir. Mr. Espinoza.
Scan the QR code. That'll take you right to the Ticket Lead page.
Get $3 off your tickets, ordering them in advance.
That's right. Got to buy them online, though. That's $3 for the adult ticket, though.
Correct, yes.
Kids are still $5. $5 is $5 for a kid.
$5, yeah.
Kids, $5. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
We got a new champion, too. We got new tag team champions and new world heavyweight champion. So, it's crazy over there in IEW right now.
Yeah. Scholar, you have to talk with us after that, man. I have no idea if you make a return to what. You got to be more clear. We're in the phase right now, but
no. Okay. So what Skylar said back here. Where was it? Where is it?
It was the last one he just made.
No, he said it a while back.
Oh,
it was about like he's talking about potentially coming back and making his return.
Right.
And then he wants us to come down to him to see. I'll come watch you return, maybe.
Yeah, we'll come down. We'll bring down the. Hey, we might bring down the show.
Yeah,
we might. You never know. And
I would not want to feel the power of the Silverback, but you are a BA badass, there, Joe Helms.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, he played out a Stevie E for $5,000 this week. So. And the last show we're going to show here right now is August 24th for American Championship Wrestling at the Isle of Capri Casino. That's in Boonville, Missouri, which is about 30 miles west of Columbia, Missouri. So still coming in the middle of the state. Bell time's going to be at 6 p.m. Going to be a lot of good. It's going to be a good show there. I am going to be in attendance there, and then like I said, it's going to be a great show. So. All ages can come to the Isle of Capri casino show, so all ages can attend. Just because it's on, if you're under 21, you just can't go in and gamble on the tables. So that's it, But you can attend this event, okay?
That's awesome.
So scan the code, or you can visit acwtheshow.com for more information and get your tickets in advance. So there we go. And, of course, one thing I did not mention here, of course, is, and I didn't have it yet, is our let me just take a look at this. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm able to be I guess we can be heard. I was starting to freak out a little bit here. I didn't know how to work my soundboard, so it's all right. You get away for 3 weeks and then you kind of wonder how you're working things around and everything else, so it is what it is.
That's only 2.
But anyway, but August 31st, though, that's a big Inhumane show coming back to Corning, and that's where I'm still in negotiations here. At least give me a number one contender.
Come on, Crusher. Come on.
Yeah. Or if you want a big, you want 2 guys over 300 pounds, thrown at it big time. You can get me and Devon Graves in there, and for the title. So we'll see.
That'd be actually fun. I don't know, Deon. He might run you rampant down in there.
I don't know, man. We'll see who runs who down. If that happens.
Devon Graves, he's been kicking.
I know.
I have faith in you. I've had faith in you from the beginning. I've promoted you in battle royales.
You had that doubt in your eye because I can't even win a damn battle royal. So don't even tell me that you had faith in me. That hesitation.
Yeah. Okay. So battle royales, you're not the best at.
I saw you had hesitation, man. I know you did. You're dying if you're lying. But anyway, we are at this point of the night where we are going to be bringing on our featured guest, and our featured guest comes us from the coast of California. He's been active for just only 3 years, but he's been actively actively visiting several states, and he's even gotten titles underneath his belt here as well. And so without further ado, let's bring on our feature guest of the night. Please welcome Punk Synister, everybody. Hey.
How's it going, guys?
Punk, how you doing, man? In the hanging down here, let's see, off the coast of California, man. It sounds like you're just, looks like you're relaxing some, or at least.
Doing, enjoying the weekend off, you know.
I was going to say,
Cali to the Midwest, poor guy.
It's not bad.
I'm
Midwest.
It's not bad. The Midwest is, it's all right.
It just depends where you go in the Midwest. That's the part.
Midwest sucks.
Don't get lost in Iowa or Kansas. You won't find your way out of a field. So that's what I'm just saying.
Well, according to our buddy, Iowa's the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. He just did it too. I like this guy. Iowa sucks.
Man, so taking some time. You had this weekend off, of course. Last weekend you were down in Florida, for I believe, well, it was Atomic. It was Atomic Legacy Wrestling, right?
That's right, down in Cocoa, Florida.
Yeah, Cocoa.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Are Cocoa and Cocoa Beach two different cities?
They're about 30 minutes apart.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's holding like not even they may not even neighbor next to one another.
Basically, yeah. So you get off of the interstate, you're right there in Cocoa, Florida, and then take the road 30 minutes, I guess, east, and you're at the beach. So
It's not like the St. Louis area where you cross the street and you're in another city.
basically,
Right?
there was a lot of little cities around there. It's a nice place though. If I ever decide to pack up and move, that's exactly where I'm going.
To the beach.
All right. There you go. I mean, Florida's not. I've known people here in the Midwest that moved down to Florida.
Oh yeah.
Or people that buying vacation homes down in Florida. So obviously, must be doing something. Florida's doing something right, apparently. So I'm just afraid of getting too hot down there. But then, of course, I'll probably have to deal with snow in Florida if I ever move.
Snow down.
Snow.
Yeah.
I can't
I
wait
don't
for
know.
snow.
I grew up with snow all my life. I think I would just have some type of weird emotional detachment away from it if I didn't get any. So I don't know.
And then I want more snow.
Right, exactly. Well, you can always go to Colorado in July and you can get stuck in a storm.
Bro, my goal is hopefully to be near the mountains within the next 3 years. So
There you go, man. So Punk, we're going to go ahead and kick things off, man. We thank you for joining us here tonight. I know you were waiting a while. We're going to go ahead and get things rolling here with you. So what I want to know here, just to get us started off, is how you got exposed to the world of professional wrestling. Who were your favorites to watch in the squared circle? And then at what point did you decide that you yourself wanted to become a professional wrestler?
Okay, yeah. I was probably like 5 years old. Just at a family member's house, going through their tapes, putting them in the VCR. I came across Sting versus Flair at Bash in the Beach.
Oh, man. That's just one of them.
Yeah, and that right there instantly hooked me. But I grew up, kind of fell out of it. Forgot about it, I guess would be the right word. And one day, my cousin comes home. He's like, "Hey, dude, I got this DVD from Walmart. Come to my house and watch it." So, go to his house. He puts it on. It's the new and improved D-Generation X, the one that came out in like 2007.
good box set. Good box set.
Three disc set?
Three disc box set. It's amazing. Yep. Really good one.
Right over here.
Yeah,
It's upstairs.
I got 2 copies of it now myself. But after that, it was done for. Made it all the way through, and they get to not SummerSlam, Survivor Series of 06, I believe it was. Whenever it was Team D Extreme versus Rated RKO.
Okay, yeah.
That was when I was introduced to like CM Punk. By that time, I was already watching it like regularly. Um, Before we got to the end of it, like we started watching it on a Saturday. By the time Monday came around, I had Monday Night Raw on. So uh, we finally got through the end, got to the Survivor Series. I saw CM Punk, the Hardy Boys, Edge, Randy, Shawn doing their thing, and I'm like, I mean, I know they're still a lot bigger than me, but they're not the big giant guys from the '80s. So I was like, maybe I could do that. So me and my cousin, we spent our entire teenage years just studying tape after tape, and we did the thing that's kind of frowned upon. We did the backyard stuff.
There's nothing wrong with the backyard. We need to drop that ego. Yes, it is very important for any professional wrestler out there that hears this voice or you come in contact. Go get training. Go to seminars. Go to all that stuff. But if you started taking bumps in the backyard because you loved it and wanted to get into it, if that's how you broke your foot in there, do it. Go for it. Yeah. Don't let people hesitate you, but make sure you're willing to listen because you don't know everything.
Yeah, exactly. So we did that for a couple of years, and I finally found this indie promotion. I didn't know anything about indie promotions. Like, I just knew WWE, and then eventually found TNA, but I didn't know anything about the indies. So I was on Facebook, and I just happened to scroll up across one, and it was about 2 hours away from my house. So I messaged the promoter, and I was all like, hey, man, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yep, come to the next show, and we'll talk. So went to the show, instantly fell in love with the indies. But we started talking. This is back in like 2012. We get in, we start training. But things happened, life happened. They quit training for a little while. I had life problems happen that I couldn't travel that 2 hours every other day. So it kind of got through in the back burner. And, almost 10 years later, I'm an over-the-road truck driver. I'm home for home time for a couple days. And I scroll across another indie promotion. Well, actually, it wasn't even a promotion yet. It was just a school opening up down the street from my house. And this is at like 11 o'clock at night whenever I seen this. And I'm freaking out. I'm going ape shit. I'm excited. I'm like, all right. Because I was 29 at the time. And I said, at 30, if I do not get my foot back in the door, I'm done. Like, it's just not going to happen. And I was 29. And I was like, all right, this is a sign. I got to do this. So, get in United Wrestling Entertainment out of Pineville, Louisiana. Like I said, I was an over-the-road truck driver. I kind of based myself down in Louisiana, just easier to get places. So I instantly quit. No more truck driving. And straight up into the gym, training every day until we put on our first show like 4 months later. And since then, it's just been gas, no breaks, just show after show after show every weekend.
Wow, man. And that's interesting though, as far as going back to, and that's what I like about even with guys that are going through today and guys that have not been in the business, not even 5 years, when they get into the business, sure, it's good to get exposed to current stuff, but when you go back and you do your research and you go and go into the DVDs or even the tapes, as far as what to look for, as far as one of the better workers that have been in the ring. And you're mentioning Sting and Flair. Two of their matches right off the bat that I think are probably the best is, the first one, the first ever Clash of the Champions, yep. And then Great American Bash 1990, where Sting, finally won the title. So that's probably, that's two probably their stellar performances that they've had with one another. So,
Clash,
yeah. To take that just to take that risk to get off the road from truck driving to go and get in this business. That's saying something.
Oh yeah.
as far as with dedication and thrive for it. So man, it's yeah. And kind of mentioned around 06 when with Punk, Drew, and I, we were going back to the Survivor Series because that's also the time where they brought in the new ECW at that point here too. Did you watch a lot of that new one where they brought that back? And if so, did you go back and watch the old ECW?
I watched a little bit of the newer one, mainly for Punk and whenever Matt Hardy went over there, Bobby Lashley, those guys. With the older ones, you know, I would watch clips every now and then. I never really went back and watched like bang, 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 bang. But I'll watch like, I'll look stuff up. Like the Dudley Boys, I've watched a lot of their stuff.
Which match was it? ECW, Bam Bam Bigelow versus Taz at what, Heatwave, right?
It was the Heatwave, yeah, where
Taz plexes him off the stage into the chairs.
Yeah.
The fan. My son and I just watched that one for the first time. He's like, "That's brutal." I'm like, "Yeah, 100%."
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, I didn't know what kind of style you were kind of drawn to, because that's definitely a definite range of wrestling styles.
That's going to go with Skylar's question here. Give us a little, before we go into my question, give us a little feedback on like who's your favorite wrestler, who you idolize in style and all that kind of stuff when it comes to character development, charisma, in-ring ability. So who's some of your favorite guys and girls?
I'd go Sting, Jeff Hardy. CM Punk.
This is a reaction.
Jeff Hardy He's like, "Don't be like that." Matt Hardy's the better Hardy. Remember that.
No,
Yes.
that is 100% correct.
All right, keep going.
CM Punk, Edge, Randy, DX, Alexa Bliss. Love her stuff. Who was it? I'm drawing a blank now. But Trish Stratus, duh. Yeah, those.
Nice list. Except for no, Jeff is good. Jeff's a great way to learn how to sell. So I don't think he's the better Hardy. I don't understand why people think this. Look at Matt. He has had the better character.
He can fall more gracefully. So.
Sorry, Punk.
Hardy Jannetty, bro.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Matt.
You're not gonna have an art. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the whole principle. Like, okay, Jeff Hardy's just had the right people behind him and the charisma. Matt Hardy literally went to TNA, came up with the dumbest gimmick at first. What people are like, "What the fuck is this? What is this dumb thing?" And that gimmick literally carried Impact Wrestling through to what it is today. And he's back. He helped carry that company. Jeff Hardy never carried that company. In his whole time being there. And he had some damn good matches there. And that's coming from a Jeff Hardy hater. Okay? So I'm giving him respect. I can give respect where it's due. He's had some good matches, but he also had some very, very terrible ones there. Matt carried that. Matt is the better Hardy. There is no... I have to say this about the Hardys. I don't think there will ever be a Marty Jannetty between the two. I truly don't think so.
I agree.
But there is a better of the two, and Matt is that. Version 1, way better character development than Jeff Hardy ever had. Way better storylines than Jeff Hardy ever had. When you have to rely on your shortcomings in the real world to add character development, that doesn't make you better. Matt didn't have to rely on things like that. That's my point of view on it. And I'm not taking away from what either man did. They deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, any Hall of Fame in professional wrestling. They should be in the Backyard Wrestling Hall of Fame. if there ever was one of those things. And that might piss off a lot of wrestlers right now, and I don't care. But really, they should. They are the guys that paved the way for indie darlings to come up and do their thing. And they were doing it at a way younger age than anybody else. Jeff was 17 years old getting beat up on WWE TV with a fake parent's permission slip. Like, come on, people.
That's
You got points. You do got points. I can't argue with you, to be honest. You know.
But no, I love your list of Edge is one of my favorite. Punk, by far, hands down, one of the best mic workers today and past. So
I got to add Jericho too. I forgot to put him on.
Hey, Jericho. Do you like the learning tree stuff?
Which one?
Do you like the learning tree stuff, or are you still watching? You're not okay. No, I love the learning tree stuff.
I don't it's just everywhere. I can't keep up with them.
Oh no, it's hard to keep up with the wrestling. That's a fact. All right, so let's dive down into now when you actually get trained. Who was the guys that trained you? Where did you kind of hold down shop to get your said training? When was your first match after that? And what did you take away from training?
Okay. My trainer was Dapper Danny Davis. He's a legend out of Texas, Louisiana. He wrestled for I'm blanking on that. Sorry, guys. What was the old school place down south? Baton Rouge, all that stuff.
Oh my gosh, are you talking about like Southwest? Like, are you talking like the Blanchards or?
That's me more a you question, not me.
This is
I'm trying to think here too. Yeah, because if you're thinking more south, like San Antonio area,
like Mid-South. Was that what it was?
I thought Mid-South. Well, I thought Mid-South was Oklahoma. I
Yeah,
thought it was, or something like that. I don't know. Bill Watts had like Oklahoma. I know the Blanchards had like San Antonio and all that because of Joe Blanchard back in the day. And I'm trying to think,
like Junkyard Dog and all those guys.
Oh my God! Well, that's Mid.
Is Herb still in the thing?
That is Mid-South, and that is.
So that'd be in the same area.
Yeah, Mid-South was like from Oklahoma all the way down to like New Orleans.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It was blanking on me for a minute there. But yeah, it was Mid-South. He's did all that stuff. Like I said, all over Texas. Been to Korea and all that kind of stuff. But he was the head trainer. Like I said, I was first class, so he was really the only trainer back then. Since then, a few of the guys have stepped up and we help out and stuff. But he taught us that old school mentality. It's a tough business. My first match, we like I said, we trained for about 4 months until we started in February, and we had our first match in May. So that's 3 or 4 months. My first match was against a new kid, just came in, trained for 2 weeks. X Storms is his name. He's my tag partner now. But we had our first match together down in Crowley, Louisiana. And it was a real basic match. It was clothesline suplex, stuff like that. Just chain wrestling. And from there, the things I got out of training was just work hard. You never learn everything. You learn new stuff every time you're in that ring. And that's a fact. Every time I'm in the ring, whether it's with a green guy or it's with a vet, I learn so much more and I get so much better. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So, with I think Danny Davis out of that area, or Herb Simmons, of course, knows a lot of from guys back in the territory days.
That's why I said, is Herb still in here? Because he'll know.
yeah. Herb's in here. He knows. So, it's the territories, in the day, and where you've got your where you got your start, and then having those promoters, getting into different territories. I mean, that's what I really miss about the business, because it was a lot to me. It was a lot more. It meant a lot more back in the day to get around. And these guys, if you made it in one
I
territory and
mean,
you made it in other territories, then you were making money.
Yeah.
Hence Ric Flair out of the Carolinas and Georgia and all that.
there's no reason that can't be a thing today. There really is no reason.
No,
With wrestling as rampant and booming as it is, we could all be working together one day. It'll happen.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Some companies that were big and have gotten a little bit and have decreased in their, I guess, in the revenue. I guess, like I said, TNA is trying to work back with WWE, and I say AEW is trying to work with New Japan, and of course, with Tony buying out Ring of Honor. But I don't know how well that's working, but to each their own. I just think TNA and WWE's got a better partnership, if you ask me, with that. So, but as far as when you were done, like you're out, you got out of school, you're having your matches, you're doing, you're traveling on the road. Is while you were traveling, I mean, was there any other veterans that you look up to for business or guidance to help your success? And if there's a piece of advice that they have given you so far to take away from this industry to help you keep on that path, what's a piece of advice they've given you?
Um, basically, I've been to Booker T's place down in Houston.
Oh yeah,
Reality of
yeah.
wrestling.
Me and X, we went out there one day last year, I believe it was, because we've ran into a lot of his guys at other places, and they told us to hit them up, go down there, and just get a training session with them. And we learned so much there. Like it's a whole different ball game over there because they train and do everything for TV. So just getting all that knowledge was hugely important. Also, Beaumont, Texas, we wrestle for a company called Hurricane. They bring in ex-WWE guys. They bring in Impact guys. All the big names that they can get, they bring them in. And even just from the main event guys that are locals there, all the way up to the TV guys, they're just feeding out the knowledge. But the biggest piece of knowledge we've taken away from them type of guys is just continue working hard and perfecting your craft and perfect your gimmick. Get your gimmick over. Get the character going. Because without charisma and without character, there's a million other wrestlers out there.
Absolutely.
That's a big fact, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so earlier in the green room, I made mention of character and all that kind of stuff, and kind of told you what I saw in you and the ideas. So let's give us a little backstory on who is Punk Synister, and where did this whole ideology or character come from, and kind of what is your background and your style in the ring? How do you get the job done, my friend?
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and hit the history lesson with Punk Synister. Originally, I'm going to pull the curtain back. Originally, he was supposed to be a spoof of Chucky Finster from Rugrats. I got the red hair. I ended up wearing a Chucky shirt to training one night, and Dapper Dan was all like, "That's your gimmick right there." And I'm not a funny guy. Like, I could do it a little bit, but constantly, I'm not a comedian. And I went with it for about a year, and I felt it just not working. So I had to shift gears, and now I'm leaning more to the Synister side. Um, I get the job done by any means necessary. If I have to cheat, I'll cheat. If I can get you clean, I'll get you clean. Um, I do a lot of high flying stuff, and I know that's not really a heel thing, but being as I'm a smaller guy, I use my body a lot. Um, being as I wrestle mostly in Louisiana, I can't really cheat too good because the commission don't let us. We're not allowed to use weapons and stuff, or our license will get pulled. So I got to be a little bit creative. Um, so I use a lot of mind games. I get into my opponent's head a lot before the match and during the match, and I make him doubt himself. That's where I really strive.
Yeah, you remind me of like those little dirty hippies. You know, the hippies that you know are just, you're gonna get my bag, bro. You're gonna get my bag. That's why I was wondering where your style was and how you went about it, because that's what I thought. Hey, I'm all about pushing the lines, man. It's not cheating if you don't get caught. So I'm with you. You know, Zmiz is not saying it's a bad thing. You be that, and I'm proud of you for it. But who would you compare yourself to in your style, and who do you on the bigger screens? Who would be somebody you would be like, that's the guy that I compare myself to?
I get a lot of comparisons with Edge or with heel Punk.
Okay.
Also, a little bit Jeff Hardy, like whenever he's doing the Brother Nero stuff.
The actual good stuff. Okay.
Yes. I did get compared to an indie guy from MLW, but I cannot remember his name for anything. And, but I went and looked him up, and he did some crazy stuff that I never would do, so I don't claim that one.
You got me curious now. I'm looking at the roster.
He's a high flyer, I'll tell you that. I do know he did a lot of high flying stuff and a lot of crazy high flying stuff. And whenever I say I'm a high flyer, I'm very basic with it. I can't do a backflip, so any moonsaults or anything like that, totally out the window. But I'll dive. I'll jump off of damn near anything. I stole Jeff Hardy's "Whisper in the Wind," so I could do
I'm
that.
gonna have to say it has to be Tom Lawler, right?
No, that's not.
I like him. That's beside the point. Keep going. So you stole the Whisper in the. That's a good move though. The Whisper in the Wind is actually legit.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's an adrenaline rush to do. Especially since I don't like going backwards like that. So just to do it really kicks the adrenaline in.
Nice. You got next question, Rooster.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry here. I just want to make sure I was actually because because we're going to be having our next scene here, and I didn't have our guest in it, so
hey, understandable.
And I didn't want to be a jerk like that, so. But that is what it is. But yeah, so you've given us some notable names that you've been in the ring with, and so out of the names that you worked with your career so far, who was your favorite wrestler to work with, and why?
It's always going to be X Storms. I had my first match with him. We've tore it up in almost every state we've wrestled each other. I believe we've wrestled each other in six or seven states now, and every match is a banger. It started off as hatred, and it became a brotherhood, and that's where Dread Express came from. You know, it don't matter if we're best of friends or if we're kind of bickering at the moment. we get down to business and we give the people what they want. For instance, I will go ahead. Majestic Championship Wrestling in Oklahoma. We got their most viewed match on YouTube. It was a fatal 4-way. It was me and him. Then it was Logan Knight and Stormy Renee. And you'll see Stormy Renee. She wrestles on AEW every now and then, but she goes under a different name, and I cannot remember what it is. But she's the girl in the white and purple. One's a full leg sleeve, and the other one's like a half leg.
Yeah, I think I have an idea. I think she's out in the Midwest too, or at least she's done some work in the Midwest.
Yeah. She a lot. But that match got match of the. Not match of the night, but obviously that. But it's their most viewed match they've ever had, and that's 4 top tier talent in that match. But me and X, we bring it to each other. We make each other better.
Excellent. Yeah. So, it's always good. It's always good, like you said, when you're exposed around these names, it's good to kind of sponge, if you get a chance to sponge off some of the guys that have been there. And, because like I said, you had James Ellsworth on your list. And
Jeremy Young, like that dude's baller.
Yeah. And there's also, looks like you're going to be coming into maybe working with some other names here in the future, right? Because I think you are.
That's what I'm hoping for. At the moment, I don't really have any lined up.
Or maybe there might be some shows where one might be showing up there too, right?
Yeah, I know for sure. I'm not on the show. I'm not going to be there. It's a bit of a travel. But Atomic Legacy, they bring in names all the time too. And their next show, August 26th, if I might be wrong on that. I don't have the calendar right in front of me. But wear the crown. And they will be having Jake Hager is going to be there challenging for their heavyweight championship. They're going to have the guy that y'all had on the screen earlier. You say his name and he appears. He's going to be there.
I believe in Joe Hendricks.
Me and X really, yes. There you go, right there. Okay. Did I get the date right?
Did you get the date right?
Yeah. 20 is it Sunday, August 25th? I think.
That's close enough, dude.
Yeah.
That's close enough. Yeah.
26. That's close enough, my guy.
Yeah.
You're almost there.
Yeah. So we're really hoping. We've had, we'll say 1.5 matches for Atomic. We went earlier in the summer for their developmental show, and then last weekend we went for their real show.
Nice.
And we killed it. They loved us. Obviously, we're going back in September. Dread Express will be returning. So be on the lookout for who we'll be facing then. I have a little...
How can you hate that face?
I know, right? Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not very... Here lately, I've been kind of slacking on my wrestling. And this Joe Hendry stuff is new to me, but I've been doing a lot of catch up. But that guy is just God.
Yeah.
You just can't. He's infectious. He really is.
High Nation got exposed to Joe Henry a few times.
Oh my God, we had High Nation. Yeah. But there's something about this business, and you've been in it 3 years. I've been in it about 5. You're what, 28, Ruby, right? 29?
He is.
No, you are.
Oh, me been in the business? Oh,
yeah.
I'm in my 29th year. Sorry,
But I don't care. I don't care what level it is in professional wrestling. If I see my fellow guys and girls in professional wrestling excelling, I'm all for it. And I don't know why, but this is one of those guys that I'm like, dude, you're the type of guy that I strive to be and want to continue being and pushing for myself. Like, he's one of those guys that gives me that to keep going. So I'm thankful for him.
Yeah. I mean, we got to push each other in this industry to try to not only just to succeed but survive and just keep trying to make the best of something we love. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't know how much longer I have, but I'm just going to keep pushing until I can't push no more. And I know I got plenty of push in me, so we'll see. I mean, you've been in a few years, so it all depends on how long you're going to be. I mean, it's up to you and how long you want to be in this industry. Some people walk away from it if it's just not for them anymore. But only if you have the drive and desire, keep doing it. Find a way to keep doing it.
That's it.
Here's one. Before we go to our final segment, Herb Simmons has a good one here, and this is a great question. Where do you see yourselves in the next 3 to 5 years within the professional wrestling business?
3 to 5 years, within the next year, I'm pushing for international. I wanted that this year, but I kind of got slowed down a little bit due to an injury. So next year, I really want to go international. By the next 3 to 5 years, I'm looking just to keep going, man. To keep hitting all the indie promotions that I can. If I can get on TNA or AEW, New Japan, and WWE, that'd be great. That's obviously the end game. But being as I am now 33, I'm a really small guy. WWE just kind of doesn't seem like my favor. But for sure, TNA is where I want to end up within the next 3 to 5 years.
That's a good home to want to hit, dude.
Yes.
I'm all for that one. Big fan of TNA, so I love that for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I think it's possible too. I think TNA should still be around. At least I believe it should be.
Be. They will be.
Yeah, they will be.
That's the little wrestling company that could.
Yeah.
like no disrespect to any promotion out there, indie or mainstream. When it comes to promotions that you think of like Thomas the Train, it is 100% TNA.
Thomas the Train.
Hey, I'm putting it out there as an analogy, but it's the damn truth, man. Like, they just keep going.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep, I totally get it. Oh man, but yeah, we're going to take a break here in our question segment here because we're going to be doing something a little bit of our we do a little fun here, just to kind of not like we've been entertaining ourselves already, at some point, but we always say more entertainment the better, and what better way to entertain ourselves with maybe some artistic memes of our own, right? It's Wrestling's Gold memes, everybody. And we got a few here for you this week. There's one I have to put in there, but we'll save it for next week. But let's start off here with you get the square block at the perfect time in Tetris.
That's terrible, bro. So oh,
poor JD McDonough.
Poor JD.
Oh my! Well, Michael Cole's been he's even went as far as calling him like Funko Pop Head or something like that.
Michael Cole called him. He's like, at least he doesn't look. You don't look like a living Funko Pop to Pat McAfee.
Oh,
poor JD. He does look like a bobblehead. He really does.
It is amazing how much he does.
the term blockhead was used a lot in the Peanuts cartoon sketch. This is a definition of a blockhead. So
Yeah, 100%.
hey, you clear out 2 lines though.
I hate that I love JD. Like, this is one of those that, like, the dude won me over in the UK, man.
Oh shoot! Let's see what I think. Our next one applies to.
That's funny.
Here we go. We'll just put it this way. Shawn Michaels representing Cold Date, and then 1 out of 10 dentists didn't like it. So,
Shawn's face in that moment was hilarious.
oh my gosh. Yeah, there's some other ones out there, but I just kind of figured, I came across a hygiene post from one of our past guests tonight. It's like, if you're not going to take care of yourselves, then don't come around me. So
that sounds like a Skylar thing.
It's actually somebody different, actually. So, yeah. And let's see. Here's our next one. Oh, yeah. You all order from Amazon. It's an Amazon will deliver your package in 7 to 8 days.
Okay.
Well, Amazon delivery guy after 2 days. That's Razor with your package. Hey, here's your package. No. I got so many hubs around me. I usually get a lot of my stuff usually next day, but that's just me because I'm so close to these warehouses. Let's see. Here's our next one. The Good Father. Yeah, going to work and me on the weekends.
Classic meme.
Yeah. Man,
I'm still
that just threw me off with Papa Shango at the SICW Fan Fest, and he was advertised as Godfather going to be there, and we get Papa Shango, and then Papa Shango gets into talking like the Godfather, and
hey, I gotta sit at that learning tree for a little bit. So
smoking trees, what smoking trees? What
happened?
I don't know. You both are smiling afterwards, so that's all.
Oh, dude, it was a blast. We had a good time. Me, him, Teddy Long, GQ, some other guys around there. We all sat around and talked for way past the time that we should have, but it was a blast.
And our last one we got here for you tonight is we have the desire to continue wrestling, but the boots are just too much.
Yeah.
He was talking just recently on a podcast about him playing himself in WWE games. I think it was that Chris Vance one. That's a good podcast.
Yeah,
you need to, yeah. That was a good one. That was a good, but yeah, Taker. Look at him. No care in the world,
and just enjoying retirement, man.
Oh man, respect to him.
Right.
I have no. Yeah, you can't be mad at Taker.
No weird to see though.
It makes you wonder what he's doing though. Is he like changing?
I want to know game he's playing.
Yeah.
Like legitly.
He's changing up his entrance. You know how they like change up people's different entrances and all that.
Is he making it go faster or something?
Like he's really like the Nikki Bella entrance, and
Somebody's done that to him. Poor guy.
Gosh, yeah. Oh, what was that?
What man? I guarantee he's a zombie fan. He's playing some zombie game. That's
I think he had him and Paul Bearer doing like them Ms. Mrs. Ms. Maurice.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's a sight that you do not want to see. Trust me. If
I'm actually curious.
I mean, if it's all love, I guess. That's it for this week's Wrestling Gold memes, everybody. So we'll have some more for you next week whenever we bring on our guest, I'm sure. So, and I think we left off with you.
Yep, it's me. It's me.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at the list that you gave us, and throughout your career, you've won many titles, and one of them specifically stands out because it kind of emulates, I don't know, so you're going to give me the backstory on this title, potentially emulates one of the higher-up companies. WWE made the 24/7 title back in the day. I'm actually a fan of that title and think it should still be around. You yourself won on occasions the 24/7 title. Give us a background story on how that came about within that promotion, what it was like to carry that title, and do you think indie promotions could benefit for something, a title on that sort?
Oh, man. Basically, I showed up. It was my first time at the company. Made it out there. The guy was supposed to be wrestling. They just randomly decided to throw the belt on him that night. So he won it in the opening segment, and we were like match 4, I think. So I was like, "Yo, so the belt's on the line?" And they're like, "Yeah, the title's on the line." I was like, "Okay, cool." So we went out there, we did our thing. We kicked each other's butt all over the arena. He got slapped around by the concession workers. I threw him back in the ring. I pinned him 1, 2, 3. And as I'm celebrating, his manager tosses him a ring. As I jump off the top rope and land back on the floor, I get that knockout punch. And by the time I come back to, he's already got the title and he's back in the locker room. So that kind of started a little bit of a thing. But he also got injured right after that. So somebody else got it off of him. Then I get the call to go back to Majestic, and I get thrown into my first cage match. It was originally supposed to be a triple threat. Then it turned into a fatal 4-way. And then halfway through the fatal 4-way, we had a chick jump off the top rope and insert herself into the 24/7 championship match, which, I mean, is the rules. The belt is on the line 24/7. The way they structured that was kind of like a scramble match where you get a pinfall, you're the champion, but now you have to escape the cage for the match to be over. So in that match, I racked up another two little title reigns with the 24/7 belt. None of it really was long. Like I said, the first one was maybe a minute, and then the next two, probably each of those were a minute to 5 minutes each. But you know, it's a fun entertainment title to have if you're looking into having that for your company. And it just gives other guys things to do besides chasing the main or the mid card belts.
I agree with that. I think it's a fun way to implicate some other people in some various ways, and it'd be fun to do some, like with indie promotions, we kind of have more leniency on things where we kind of get away with. You could like pretend to walk out on the Walmart parking lot with your title and get pinned up. Do a video thing before your match. Like, there's fun ways to keep playing with that, and I think there a lot of companies in the areas would benefit from a title. So it's cool to see that other promotions and other companies have that similar thing. Was it fun having it? Did you actually enjoy being with that for a while? Or
oh yeah, those matches were fun. But honestly, what I really wanted to do, kind of getting off subject of that, whenever I won my first title, which was the UWE Light Heavyweight Championship, I beat X Storms for it. He didn't have it. It was vacant. It was me and X. We were the first guys going after titles in this brand new company. And so I beat X Storms. I became the first ever champion there, first ever light heavyweight championship, which is this one right here behind me. Um, and after I beat him, I went back to the locker room. He came back, and I'm outside. I'm celebrating with the friends, and next thing I know, I'm getting told, "Hey, X is in the ring. He's talking mad trash." So I go back in the building, and he's already got a paper champion chant going. So eventually, once I lost my title to X, I wanted to run with that. I wanted to get a paper championship and kind of delusionally think that I'm still the champion and all kind of stuff like that. And still to this day, 3 years later, even everywhere I go, if I'm a champion in Oklahoma, I got the paper champion chance there. I got paper champion chance in Texas when I was champion over there. They still do it every show here in Louisiana. So it's still going. I can still do it. It's just I got to convince the right person to do it, I guess.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Man.
I like that a lot.
And so, getting on to with my next question here is, and I haven't asked this one in a while, but what's one characteristic or fact about you that no one in the wrestling industry would ever guess that about you? You know, that they wouldn't even think whatever characteristic about you, they wouldn't even think it wouldn't fit you per se. So, is there any characteristic or fact that no one else knows about you?
I don't know. Pretty much an open book. I mean, I'm stronger than I look. That's one that usually gets people. Um, hmm. The other one is like one of my better characteristics is I got a level head. I'm always the guy that keeps everything cool. Like if stuff's starting to go down, I'm the one. I'm like cooler heads prevail type of guy. Um, so I've been told that a lot lately, and that surprised me actually, to be honest.
I mean, I've only known you for about, 2 hours ish, not even an hour and a half. And I would say you're pretty level headed. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like you're level headed. Your aura speaks level headedness. I can respect that.
Appreciate
That's good. And in this business, you have to have that because, I mean, anything comes your way, thrown personal life, professional life, the drama in the locker room, the drama out, it hits you on all different angles. And I know that's just life, period. But since I stepped in professional wrestling, it feels like it's more now. So being level-headed in this industry is something vastly needed. And having a good way of presenting yourself, talking about yourself, getting yourself over with not getting, everybody else down. That's commendable and respectable. So yeah. Sorry, Ruby, I kind of just stepped on your
No, you're good, bro. You're good.
So with that being said, man, you're like me. We have short times in the business right now and where we're going. We've already kind of touched on this, that, within the next 5 years you want to be in TNA, but what are some of your other goals and achievements that you want to accomplish in the business and in the industry?
One of the main ones is I'm trying to get the stigma of smaller guys don't look legit or don't fit in here. There's been a few promotions lately that me and X have been trying to get in as a tag, and we were just told we don't look legit. And then they'll book guys that we know that are legit, and I'm not saying this to be an asshole, but they're just not on our level. And then they have to get people to carry other people. When if they would book me and X, we would give them a banger of a match. No, it don't matter that we're both 170, 180 pounds, and you're putting us up against 230, 225 guys. We can handle that. We've been doing it for the last 3 years. We've proved that, but we're still getting that stigma of, now you're too small. We can't do nothing with you. So that's one of the main things that we're trying to kill right now.
That is as a bigger dude. I'm a 6'1", 275 brute, and I talk. I sit behind a commentating table. but yeah, some of these smaller guys, man. I got a buddy that I used to wrestle with here in school. Just collegiate wrestling. Way smaller than me. Was like $150 in high school, and I was 250, right? And this guy could pick me and slam me faster than most of the big guys in my division could pick me and slam me. So that stigma that little guys can't powerhouse or anything like that does need to die. But there is a way in a craft that shows that, you got to have the visual, right? The giant takes out the little guy easy and at ease. And if you can sell that, then that makes you even more valuable as a little guy, because now you really put the big guy over too. So there is a craft and a skill to it. Hey, more power to you, man. Remove the stigma, because I there's a couple guys within my home promotion that are smaller cats. I'll say one of their names right now that graces our promotion, Jody Ultra. He's a smaller cat, and he's a killer guy and great physique and look. But yeah, there's a stigma to you smaller guys.
Hey, I saw on Facebook today. I can't remember who posted it, but there was this kid. I don't know how old he is. I call him a kid. That he could have been in this business for 15 years, but he's a guy about the same size as me. And this weekend he had a NWA World Heavyweight Championship match with EC3.
Nice.
And if that doesn't tell you something, just the old heads that want to keep the giants. That's
hold on. They're still in place. Omos deserves his chance.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, I went to a WWE show a few months ago, and that guy's funny. I like him. He's a cool dude.
My boy deserves his chance.
He's a cool dude. We had front row, courtesy of one of the superstars that we know.
Right on.
Front row seats, and yeah, we had fun just pestering the hell out of Omos.
Yeah. No, I love when you think of like small guy, big guy scenario stuff. Like when Brock Lesnar it wasn't Brock Lesnar. It was Big Show. Big Show took Rey Mysterio and picked him up on the stretcher and slammed him across the thing. Like that image can't be done with anyone else. Like it really can't. But then when you see Rey Mysterio topple giants and take out and win too, and use his speed and quickness, to that's a beautiful story that needs to be told more often, is how you smaller guys are able to get one over on guys that, should just push done. So no, I'm with it. I'm with the stigma being drowned out, but you can't knock the big guys, because you got to have the big guys. That's what they're the star studders.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love the big guys. I'd rather fight the bigger guys than guys my size, because like you said, it tells such a better story.
Oh, 100%. We just 2 months ago, Brandon Espinoza of Dysfunction took on an Exodus in our area, the Dragonfly himself, Chris Exodus, and way smaller of a scrappy cat, and the dude is just a high flying wizard in the air, but he was able to get one up on the bigger Brandon Espinoza, and it's a beautiful story when you can pull that out. So I feel like I'm beating around the bush now.
Yeah. So, oh, hey, Dean, what's going on, bud? Yeah. So, hold on, I'm trying to get myself out of studio mode here. Oh,
yeah, I'm trying to put your banner back up.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're good. Yeah.
There it is.
Did you get it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So wanted to throw this out here because I noticed on your webpage that you do have a pro wrestling tees shop. So prowrestlingtees.com. So I put the QR code up there to your store here, and I like it. And you got to check it out here whenever you can here, Z, because he's got.
I like the Dread logo. I like the logo we see on screen.
Yeah.
Professional wrestling for dummies.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Look, that was with the comedy gimmick. One of my buddies from the first class, he made that and gave it to me, and he's like, "You really need to do this." But like I said, we're in Louisiana, so we can't use weapons. So I would just carry it to the ring with me, and I couldn't do nothing with it. So the one time I was going to use it, the ring crew guy grabbed it and brought it backstage. So I'm searching around the ring looking for that damn folder, that book, and it's gone. So after that day, I was like, I'm done. I'm not using that damn book anymore. It was just a hassle.
That's funny though. Yeah, I like your logo.
Appreciate it, man.
Your logo's sick.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to see if I can get that. If I can get that T up here, because that's funny. I think they're missing some. They're definitely missing something.
Yeah,
out.
you're scratching on surfaces of things, my friend. You're scratching on surfaces of things.
Yeah.
I just like to know, how would you even get this shirt made? That's the thing. That's just funny.
Well, Pro Wrestling Tees does it. That's why.
Yeah, here it is.
This shirt's sick, dude. This shirt is awesome.
Yeah, I got the mug shot up there. You know,
this shirt is baller.
The mug shot. Shoot, we're gonna leave this up for a little while here because we want to make sure if you want to get, so it's either this one, of course, you've got the shirt in white,
or the punk logo. Yeah,
the
punk Sinister,
the punk Sinister one,
dreaded logo.
The dreaded logo, which will have the black T on it. So those are your opportunities to get that. Which it's cool, man. I like the whole logo.
Appreciate
in
it
itself. So that's pretty awesome. So we may dig into something here. We're taking account with the time that you've been in the business so far. Is there anything in this industry that seems to not set well with you? If there is, what actions? Well, first off, if you want to even mention it, but what actions would you take to make the situation better?
Yeah, I got to give the shout out to the Oklahoma guys up there. They're fighting the commission right now on getting to be able to do intergender matches, or letting the trans athletes get their license to wrestle. My first time up there, I met this person. Very, very nice. Great in-ring stuff, but just couldn't get on the shows because they wouldn't let them get their license because they're trans. And my boy Logan Knight and a bunch of other guys over there are really fighting to get that changed right now. So I give them a shout out on that. That definitely does need to happen. Personally, my thing, which is there's nothing you can do about it because it's been in the business since the business started, but just the little backstage politics, the politicking, that's, it happens. It's going to happen. There's no way around it. It's just annoying sometimes,
Yeah,
I'll agree to that one. That one has a lot to do with like how Herb pointed out here. When egos stop,
yes,
then we're able to really start to produce and do more things with each other. And that's a big thing for me. Is like the egos within the company. Like none of us are bigger than the company. None of us. Yeah. Even if you go even if you get moved up, find your way to the next step. The indie promotion that has more seats filled or whatever it may be. Even if you move up, you're still no bigger than the company you came from. You really aren't, because you have to be funneling that information back down to your home promotions that you started in to really help them grow and keep pushing. Because as you grow, you got to have the people grow with you. And once the egos stop to where we can start really growing all together, then the world would be boundless.
Yes. Yeah, I wish a lot of the indie guys that do have the egos could just learn from the guys that's been on TV or been international and stuff, because everyone that I've met that's been on the higher level, no egos, and they're just great guys, and just like I said, funneling the knowledge to us. But then you have the underneath guys on the indies that just think they're hot shit and they could just, politic their way through.
Mm. Yeah.
I mean, vice versa too. We got to keep an account. I know this is I'm stepping on your toes, and this is not going to play well because respecting even the veterans within the local areas too.
Oh yes,
like those guys may not have gotten to the next level, but they're still helping funnel and control that energy and that information in that area. And if you can't stop and listen to your fellow brothers and veterans that are in that local area, then how can you get to the next level? Because they know somebody.
Yeah. I've had arguments with guys from over here with that same thing. They want to get the information and then hop in the car and start complaining about it. And I'm like, they've been where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Just listen to what they're saying. And, some people just don't learn.
Now go ahead, Ruby. I apologize, sir.
No, you're good. No, yeah, because the veterans have to set the example, and just hopefully, politicking your way through in the business, just on that merit alone, without putting in the work. Yes, that to anybody that is like myself that goes by, you got to put in the work, other than just complaining or politicking or whatever the case may be, or find a way to I guess I'm trying to find out a proper way to say this without having to ruffle feathers.
Say it.
I mean,
ruffle feathers. It says more about that person listening than you.
But the thing is, don't make a case of something to where it's it's you against everybody else, and you don't get a fair shake, and yada yada yada. You have to put in the work, and I don't know if it's politicking to get a title. I don't know if it's politicking, for like a title shot, or how you should be on the card, how you should be in the main event, and yada yada yada. The bottom line is this: if your name is not drawing to bring these people in, for any reason, the promoters put people in places of matches for a reason. They don't do it, to shun you down. And if you're not meeting to their expectations, then maybe there's something that you have to reevaluate. You have to reevaluate yourself to find out what you can do instead of you griping and complaining about it. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you got to show appreciation to the workers that the promoter puts you on the card, but also in turn, the promoter is the one that has to draw the dollar. And if you're not drawing the dollar at the gate, if they have a low gate because they're putting in somebody who bitched their way onto to a spot on the card that they thought that they were that they deserved, and they can't carry it, then not only are you hurting yourself, you're hurting the promotion, and you're hurting the area where you're wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all in turn. And I've seen people, I've even talked to people, it's like that I've had, or I've actually had to have a talk with, or they even asked me, and I tell them straight out, and it's only for the betterment for everybody. I try, before I spew anything out like that, I try to think about the whole situation before, and that, just like with anything in life, you have to think about the entire, how all parties are affected. It's just the same thing. And to me, I mean, it would be common knowledge to me, or common sense when it comes to this industry, as far as what sells or what doesn't sell. So, and like I said, I've had my spots. I mean, I've earned my spots as far as where I've been on cards and on these many years. I've been out, like 9 states, wrestling throughout the Midwest. There's, I mean, there was a long time where I've actually had to jerk a show. I had to be the first match. And and that's even in my rookie year. And you know how much you set the tone for the first match of the night. They don't put the first match on because they think you suck.
Yeah, exactly.
No. In fact, you're lucky to get on the card if you suck. But that sets the tone because you have to get involvement with your audience. There is a reason why they paid a ticket at the gate to come see a wrestling show, because they came to see you and they want to be part of that entertainment. Yeah. You got to draw them in. You got to make them feel part of it. So that's your job. That's what you do. So, I'm just, because like I said, egos kill, and trust me, they will get you before you get what you want, So I said, I got a head on my shoulders. I'll be 50 years old in April. I don't give a damn who I hurt whose feelings I hurt anymore. I just don't care.
I learned that one quick, man, because when I first started, I wanted to be the nice guy, and people would ask how their stuff looked. I'm like, oh, it was great. Now people ask me, and I'm like, nah, you could have did that better. Not out of ego, just out of trying to make them better.
Yeah, it's I'm not trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 key words in this industry: constructive criticism. Yeah. And I know it's probably been the phrase is probably used in so many ways, but you just can't come down and be like, God damn, that was bad. But
see, this is bad, this is where the level-headedness we talked about earlier that Punk said he has, and I really do agree. I really 100% agree with you. I truly believe you do, just from our conversation tonight. But having that level-headedness, you can go into the conversation and be like, all right, guy, overall, this is what I saw. This is what you can work on. This is what you did well. So don't take away what I'm saying. I'm saying you did bad on this, but you did really well on this. Let's focus more on this kind of stuff and maybe not do this, or go back to the drawing board on it. And the way you approach it is going to be beneficial to the conversation. Once again, it's about ego. If you don't have ego on it and you're like, hey, I'm just trying to help you out, here's what I saw.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, there's just a lot to learn in this industry, and we're just trying to keep things moving along. Yes, I know the industry changes with how matches are, way how people take in. People still want to cheer for the heels. We get that, but people are still going to find a way to tick you off as a heel. I know it, because I'm all in for it. I mean, if you can probably rat out or totally downgrade someone's family, they'll still think you're the best. And I don't get it, but in Arkansas they'll never get it. But or some parts of Louisiana they don't get it down to swamplands, but no. So, yeah, man. Most important thing is just having fun in this industry.
That's it.
Most important thing. So, as we once again, we've had this up for a while. Once again, you can always go back on the replay. Puck Synister on Pro Wrestling Tees. Get that Pro Wrestling for Dummies shirt. And
that's a great shirt.
Hey.
Yeah. Get that Puck Synister shirt, or just get that Pro Wrestling for Dummies. That's something. I wanted to. Did they really make that book?
What?
I kind of
Pro Wrestling for Dummies.
Yeah,
they have it for almost everything. You'd figure they do,
right?
But I hope not. That way, I don't get hit with lawsuits or anything for having that shirt up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's Pro Wrestling Tee's fault because they put it up there.
True.
That's on them. So, that's on them. Shoot. So Punk, as we're going to end of this segment here, where could people find you on social media?
I got Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, all Punk Synister. I used to have X, but that got hacked, and I am permanently banned now.
Oh,
So, X is kind of out of the question for me at the moment. I've been sending dispute after dispute, but they won't even tell me what happened. Like, what did the person post or anything? I have no clue.
uh,
So yeah, just Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and pro wrestling tees.
yeah, I get you. Yeah, so awesome stuff. Yeah, so that's Punk Synister, and that's Synister, and
Yes,
Punk
sir.
Synister. Yeah. I'm having a little battle with X myself. My pay just started a premium subscription so I can actually stream our show
Mm-hmm.
on here. Yeah, and I still can't stream it. So that's that's fabulous. Thanks,
Yeah.
Elon. Appreciate it, buddy.
So there is a wrestling for dummies, but not a pro wrestling for dummies.
Oh, okay.
And it makes you want to hear it. You think they'll buy a book that says "Reading for Dummies"?
Right, potentially. Is that a thing? Let me look.
He's gonna look for it. Reading for Dummies. Oh my gosh, I will die. I will die. Maybe it's all pictures. Maybe it's a book about pictures. You know what they say: a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Man, I wish I could type.
Yeah, that's me 5 days a week. I wish I could type.
There's a
like
teaching kids to read for dummies. Speed reading for dummies. Okay, now we went off the deep end.
Yeah, we got into the dummy books. Yeah,
I did it.
Well, Punk, man, I appreciate you coming on here, man. And once again, by way of the great Matt Classic with the AIWF.
Mm-hmm. We love Matt.
Dude, he's helped me out so much this year. That's how I got to Atomic. I made my debut in Tennessee because of him, and all this podcasting that I've been doing. It's all on him, and deeply, deeply appreciative of that.
Awesome, yeah, awesome stuff. We got, yeah. I think there's like a show they were trying to do like up in Indiana, I forgot which show it was, and I don't know, but I know they're mainly out of North Carolina. At least that's where he's at.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean it's good, and like I said, there's a couple of titles here in the Midwest that are flown out. Well, Steve Fender's still in. I don't know if he's still a national champion or not. I think he may be, and then of course you got Greg Anthony still at the world title.
Yes.
Who's down in Tennessee? So,
and then King Kizzy's still killing it.
Oh yeah, is he still over in Nigeria?
No, he was just he just posted something about him having a movie shoot or something.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if he came back over from Nigeria or not. It's go back to his homeland.
AIW. I said that right. AIWF.
The AIWF. Yeah.
All the letters.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, though. I do like them.
Yeah. So we've had some great guys on here. And like I said, of course, you're another one. So awesome to have you on here, Punk. Thanks again. Definitely looking for. So when's your next show?
It's August 10th in Mendenhall, Mississippi.
Mendenhall, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Wow.
For who?
Battle Zone.
Battle Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my ass is going to go upstairs and find these companies and then be like, oh, another one I got to put to the list.
Yeah. Go to my Facebook page. I shared their flyer yesterday.
Oh, don't worry, you'll be getting a friend request. Matter of fact, you know what?
Yeah. Yeah. So Z's gonna be I guess sending that off here. And but yeah, but I appreciate you hopping on here tonight. Best of luck here to you in a couple weeks down in Mississippi, and make sure you spread the good word about our show. Hopefully, you had a great time.
Hey,
And,
definitely.
we're just kicking back, loving wrestling, just like everybody else should be doing.
Oh,
So.
I can only like it. I can't become friends with it.
Yeah. I'll hit you up with the personal whenever I get off of here.
Oh, you good, bro? But I just liked it.
Gotcha.
All right, man. Well, hey, man, thanks again for doing
You're
this,
awesome,
and
bro.
then have a great week, and best of luck to you down the road, man.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Z. So another good guest, huh? Another great guest.
Yes, very, very. I'm literally messaging him right now, so he knows who it is.
Right. There you go. Okay. Well, cool deal. So, so while we got some Tam's here. Once again, we guys, thank you very much for watching it here tonight. I know we've been having some struggling with not a one on Facebook, but on YouTube and Twitch right now is where we got our viewership on. We're going to get this whole X thing figured out and straightened out, and that's going to be, I guess that's going to be my task this week to get X straightened out here, because that's malarkey.
Yeah. Got to roll with the punches, man, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
We'll get it resolved. We'll be back up and going. We're coming off of a break. We needed a break. I was worn out. You were exhausted. It was good for the mind. It's always okay to step away. We'll come back stronger.
Yeah, of course. So how about we dig into this? We got our. Did I do this here?
Our last thing.
I wonder if I'm gonna go into studio here mode and make sure we got this right. Yeah, we do. Okay, let's go right into that.
Yes. Ooh.
Or maybe not. What happened?
We're gonna start with LA Knight and Logan.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So we're kind of, I don't know, I'm just kind of predicting to see who's going to be going first and everything else. You know, you want to start off with a good.
Yeah.
Yep. And who knows? Maybe I don't know, that homecoming. Wouldn't you want to start off with the homecoming first, and you want to get that attention first, and then
this is a good call for an opener match, in my opinion. A match that everybody's been kind of hungry for, a match that everybody's kind of wanted to see and to think. LA Knight standing above him, yelling, "Yeah!" Why hundreds of because they're in Cleveland, right?
Yeah, they are in Cleveland. Yes,
for this one. So hometown of Logan Paul. It's a good way. I think it's time for LA Knight to be a true champion in WWE, and this is his opportunity.
I think right now this is pretty much the only one he's got an opportunity at right now. If they keep him, like I said, they keep him on SmackDown, this is pretty much going to be it. So, Logan Paul's had it for a good while now. He's had it since the beginning of November last year. So this will make him, he'll have the title for 9 months going into SummerSlam.
And he's been a great champion, actually.
I mean, he has. I mean, look what all he's done. He's bought this fabulous drink to be sponsored every Monday night, Friday night, and every PLE's got that nice Prime logo on the canvas. And they started doing the turnbuckles in Prime bottles now too. I did not
notice that.
Yes, they did it on the Money in the Bank. They had it.
That's kind of cool. I kind of dig that.
Yeah, so, and they only had like
drink Prime, and I've never tried it, and I never will.
Nah, you're just missing out, bro.
I'm good.
It's not, dude. If y'all could drink purple when you were a kid, you could drink this.
Man, I have to make my homemade lemonade because it's either too sweet for me when I get it from a brisk. So yeah. I'm good. I can't do the flavors very well. I'm not a flavored water guy. Just give me old H2O.
Yeah. I get you, man.
But yeah.
So yeah, I'm hoping that LA Knight does prevail in this one. So
that's a beautiful freaking poster.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I like the backdrop and everything else. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not sure. I would, but we got to talk about this. I don't see, because there's a lot of scenarios here. Because I was really looking at Bailey, Nia Jax, Queen Nia. I don't know. I'm still not really too hip on Nia though.
I'm not sold on Nia 100%. Still to this day, I'm not a fan of hers. She's not somebody that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out and buy me a Nia Jax action figure. No, it's not happening. Bailey is somebody that I love, and I have action figures of hers, and I think she's amazing. But I actually think it's time that we put the belt on Nia, and let's see if we can get an awesome heel run from her. And I think the combination of her and Tiffy together will be fun. And to see how that, with Tiffany having the case, Nia having the belt, kind of weighs out. Does Tiffany inject herself in this to make it a triple threat? Because Nia has Bailey down. So that's a question that has to come into play. Because that'd be a fun way to like keep Nia. You don't give Nia the queen of the ring, right? And then have her go lose. That's where both these, the king and queen, like I don't see either one of them losing. And I don't think they should.
Well, but it almost kind of it's the same way, the same fact here with how Drew McIntyre used the Money in the Bank this past year, which people are not really too happy about because of how different scenarios could have played out and how this is being used with the Punk storyline. But I get it. But Nia's she's been Raw champion before. I don't think she's been SmackDown champion, or
I want to say she's been both.
But to be WWE champion, it might happen. I'm always intrigued though on how if there's a female ref in there and the female ref takes a bump somehow, and then Tiffy turns on Nia by hitting her in the back with the briefcase, and Bailey's still down, and she pulls in another ref in to maybe possibly make it a triple threat and find a way to cash in. So
okay,
that's
I feel you.
That's where I'm going on this. I don't see Nia winning, but then do you still want to have Bailey? I mean, trust me, I love Bailey. I'm a huge Bailey fan. In fact, you can give me Bailey all day. I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bailey's awesome.
But on the other hand, Tiffy has to do, because we already had one failed cash in this year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Tiffy has to find a way to successfully cash in. We just can't leave 2 unsuccessful cash-ins this year. We can't have that. Tiffy's got to somehow get that belt. She's got to get that belt. And that's probably about the only scenario I can think of right now, unless we play something in at the Bash of Berlin at the end of the month, August 31st.
I could see Tiffany potentially pretending to cash in. That screws Nia over and Bailey continues to be champion. I just don't like...
I'm happy with that too. I'm honestly happy with that.
I don't like Nia being queen of the ring. And this goes for Gunther too, like I said. Neither one of them in any scenario should be not leaving without the title, in my opinion. Just because the King of the Ring's coming back, this is the first year that we've had it in a good while. They actually put a stipulation behind winning it again, so like you actually got something for winning it, like it should have been the first time around. When they brought it back back when Xavier Woods was champion, or
when he
King of the Ring.
Yeah.
So now there's a stipulation behind it, and if you want to continue to bring King of the Ring around, which it should keep coming around, how do we continue that and make it look good and pretty? That's my only concern, is where do they go and how do they... But if Tiffany tries to cash in or be a distraction and Nia loses, that's respectable, because then they go that way with those two or whatever it may be. But Nia has to look strong coming out of this.
Yeah, I true. That's true as well. Yeah, and will say though, I give her credit. She has actually been doing her Annihilator a little bit more carefully.
Oh yeah, it's been clean. She's been much cleaner here lately, so I'm all for it.
Yeah, because and trust me, there's
And
Lyra Valkyria's had victim of it. Rhea Ripley's been victim of it. There's been others have been victim of it where she just feels like she just like she took a plunge in a bouncy house and just boom. And, it's just it's horrible. But kudos to her on that. If I have to critique, so
if Nia can keep cleaning it up, she's worth a title run.
Yeah, if she can clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
Here's an interesting thing here too. So there is so many factors going into this match that people don't think about it because I see what goes on in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when it comes to Liv, when it comes to Rhea. Okay, so I don't see Dom going back to Liv. Okay, can Dom be a factor in this match? I totally want to throw my money that Dom's going to show his face at this match. And what have you been kind of talking about as well? Because have you thrown in the fact about Finn Balor?
See, I don't think Dom is going to be the factor of all. I think Liv keeps the title because Finn finally shows his true face.
And then are we going to start seeing rifts in the Judgment Day?
I that's what I personally think is going to happen. I think Finn is going to somehow stop Dominic from helping Mommy, bringing the distraction, where then Liv is able to one-up Rhea and retain the title. So then Rhea has to go to the back of the line kind of thing, and then restart her quest to take out Liv.
But but that's the case here. And if we see Finn Balor doing a total favoritism towards Liv,
who got him the title shot, man? Who helped him win the tag team titles?
Right.
Finn's a bigger key player than people are mistaken. I've been saying it for some time on We Talk Wrestling.
Yeah.
They have been hinting towards the Demon for far too long.
Yeah.
They have made references to him for far too long. And who's the one person that keeps letting Carlito come around? Who's the one person that is kind of okay with Liv? Who stole the ring key, the room key?
Yeah.
Who's been the focal point of that whole thing? It hasn't been Dom. It hasn't been Dom. Dom's just the puppet. Dom's the cherry on top.
Right. So it makes me want to tune in tomorrow night on Sci-Fi, by the way, for Raw, because if all this happens here and there's a rift in Judgment Day and nothing happens with the World Tag Team Championship, what happens? We just don't know. In fact, I don't even know if there may even be a World Tag Team title match tomorrow night, and I totally forgot about it. I don't know. I have to look, but I really would concur with you on this one. I don't see Liv dropping it because of some other factors on the outside. If you put on one-on-one with nobody involved, Mommy's got it.
Oh, 100% Mommy got it.
But we're going to see some outside parties in this one, guaranteed. So
I have... Okay, go to the next one.
So next one to put up here we go. This is going to be entertaining with CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, with special guest referee Seth freaking Rollins. I like this whole foamy coat over the ref shirt. That's baller. Love it. Man. So honestly, I'm kind of hard in it's kind of hard to draw a winner with this one on this, I believe. So, but it really all depends because tomorrow night Seth is going to lay down the rules. there may not even be any rules in this match. This may be a no holds barred. This may be a street fight. This pretty much all dessert. It kind of puts it on that. And if there's a no disqualification factor in here, who's to say that Seth doesn't get revenge on Punk and turn on him in the match? Because that's another reason why I'm kind of leaning toward McIntyre getting the victory on this. I mean, I don't know.
This one's hard to tell.
Yeah,
this one's hard to tell.
It really is.
Because I don't know which way they're going to go with it. Who's going to get the victory? What role is Seth going to play? And the real key factor is these guys have a love triangle, basically, in some sense. That they really all three don't like each other.
No, they don't.
All three of them can't stand each other. Punk for CM Punk for different reasons, Drew's for different. So how does it play out? I mean, going forward, depending on how the world title lays out, these are your three guys that are going to be competing for that world title in the next year. These are the three guys that are going for that world title. Trust me. That's what it's going to... What?
Sorry. I just had to check my X page, and the next thing to come up is R-Truth's X. He made a post yesterday saying, "Happy birthday, Triple H," and it's got a picture of Champ on it.
It was going all over the internet like that.
Oh, God, this thing kills me.
Poor Ciampa. He can't get an RKO on Randy Orton and now still keeps getting called Triple H. But these three men have a key future going forward when it comes to the world title. So how does it... I'm kind of leaning towards Punk. I really am kind of leaning towards Punk finds a way to weasel it way out to get under Drew's skin a little bit more. Or do we have the blow-off finally and Drew, gets his one-uppings? But then Punk said it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, even if Drew wins this match, this is far from over. And we both know this. It's far from over because Seth is in here as the referee. So this is going to continue in some way, form, or fashion, but we don't know when we're going to have the final say in this. Maybe it'll cap off at Bad Blood in October, before we get into War Games in the Survivor Series. But like I said, they're going to continue on with this feud for a little while, but I think I'm going to say Drew's going to get the victory on this one. So as much as I kind of like see CM Punk to win, but then also McIntyre from kind of give him
Drew needs it.
Who needs it?
Drew needs it.
Yeah, I mean, he's been kind of shafted for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Punk has shafted him quite a bit. He kind of needs him won over in a competitive side. So, now I will say probably this match is going to happen earlier in the card. I think this is going to happen first before the Liv Rhea match.
Potentially. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But Priest, Gunther, man, or
Gunther's winning. Gunther's winning. Which I hate saying because Priest has been doing such a damn good job. Such a good job.
Yeah, if like I said, I kind of see this is going to be toward the first half of the show. I think Gunther is not going to be, or I think he's not going to go away without that world title. He kind of needs that. In fact, he would be more deserving of that championship. He really, I honestly miss the whole Imperium as a group. And if he wins that title, he needs to bring Kaiser back. He needs to bring, well, he already kicked, who the hell he kicked out.
He didn't kick anyone out necessarily.
Well, Da Vinci
got, he got moved to SmackDown.
Oh, okay. That was kind of dumb
during the draft.
Yeah,
I mean, I think they ended up kicking him out prior to it, if not mistaken.
Yeah.
But like he got moved over. I mean,
yeah, I thought Kaiser kind of put the boots to him. So
I think a new form of Imperium would be nice, but I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know where you'd go with it. I think Gunther just needs to win the title and be the badass that we know Gunther is. But my issue with that is how much did they already do with the IC title that we can do with him now? Does that make sense?
Oh that makes a lot. No, that makes a lot of sense. It does. He brought more prestige to the Intercontinental title. I mean, how, he's like, if he can win the world title, he can carry it well, but he would have not brought as much prestige to the world title as he did the IC title.
The only thing I could think of if he does win, and this is looking past Priest, unfortunately, but because I'm trying to think of like, how do you justify his title reign going forward? Because he did such a killer job with the IC title, right?
Exactly. Right.
Priest is doing a good job in maintaining the title now, in my opinion, after the Seth Rollins. Like, Priest had a lot of shoes to fill after Seth Rollins with this title. And I feel like he's done that and some more. So we're watching his character actually fully more develop into this other entity, this main event face that we're going to see for futures to come. All of us have already agreed that Gunther was a main event player. Like, everyone unanimously was like, why is Gunther doing this? Gunther should be so much more. But where can they actually go with it? If Gunther wins the world title, the only thing I think that they could do that's going to benefit Gunther more is if we get Brock versus him at WrestleMania. That's the only way of something like that for me. I feel like there's more story that can be told with Priest with the title right now than there is with Gunther. So that's my biggest fear with Gunther getting the title. Now, I do think Gunther should 100% get this title. So don't hear what I'm not saying, people, because I do believe Gunther should get. I'm just saying Priest has a character development, has done wonderful, and do we want to see that end now? But I'm going Gunther.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going Gunther as well. And this is like this probably could be like even the second match possibly of the night.
Well, I think so. You go open with Logan Knight, have these guys, Nia Jax, Bayley,
CM Punk,
McIntyre, Rhea, Liv, and then Solo versus Cody.
Right. Which, and if Priest loses, this is gonna set the tone of having a rough day for the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So we just mentioned it, so let's kind of talk about it. All American Nightmare and Solo Sikoa. For the, I don't know. I definitely see Cody coming away with the win here. I just don't see Solo right now. And like I said, do we have this talk in the back beforehand, or do we mentioned earlier in the show about how the bloodline, how I'm not a fan of the bloodline because I don't know, you seem like a pack of hyenas, just so aggressive and like they've always got a chip on their shoulder, which I guess they should be doing it, but I don't know. I don't see Solo Sikoa doing it. To me, to end Cody's reign at here, not even just shy of 4 months of having the title for this, makes no sense to me. On that merit alone, and these guys are going to be coming out here probably as WWE Tag Team Champions. Probably, that's not, God, I hate getting off subject on this, but I just hate how DIY is placeholders for, being used as placeholders.
Well, see, that whole mentality has to stop too, like being like they're just placeholders. DIY had their point. They moved it because of whatever reason. Who knows what the reason was? Maybe it was that they were just going to be positioned to drop it. DIY as a face group going after the bloodline for the tag team titles, bro, that's gonna be a great cat and dog, cat and mouse chase. That's gonna be a great one with DIY, and I think they can really play suit. Now, if Cody wins, now he has new allies.
True.
So we're forgetting about that point. Like, there's new allies now he can have on his side. Like, there's so many ways we can play about it. I don't think Solo's winning by any means. Jimmy, something's happening we're getting a former person back, either Kevin Owens is coming out to help, or Randy Orton, whatever it may be. Somebody's coming back to help. I'm leaning to Jimmy Uso is going to come and help Cody.
I'm really hoping Roman comes back.
No. Let's hold off on Roman. Let's hold off on Roman. Roman solo has such a bigger storyline. There's such a bigger storyline to that.
Okay, so agree with me on this one that he has to come back sometime before War Games.
100%.
Okay.
But I also don't think War Games is where we have the clash of Solo in them. I don't.
But that'd be the perfect match, though.
I agree.
Put these two you put these two in War Games, Bloodline versus Bloodline. That's money right there. You gotta have it. So either Roman returns, but no later than Bad Blood. You build up 2 War Games, Survivor Series.
See, now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. Bad Blood is where it happens. That's where Roman comes back.
Okay, now I'm satisfied with that. And what I also be satisfied with is Cody Rhodes walking out WWE champion.
Oh,
I'll be satisfied with.
I don't think Cody's losing. There's no way we're putting on Solo right now. I unlike you, I do see the future main event star that Solo could be. But
he's building up to it.
This secondary bloodline ain't there yet.
No.
I like it.
They keep adding more people. I mean, God, we keep hearing that Zilla may be coming in, and then there's another one that's coming in possibly, and it's just, good Lord, it's like this whole Samoan family is just like, okay, what do you? You must learn professional wrestling or else.
I like the meme that shows how many kids each one of them have. Like Jacob has like 5, Roman has like 5.
I think Jacob has 7. He made a joke about it.
He made a joke about it. That's all I know on something. But there's enough Samoans to continue this storyline for another generation. But it's just an interesting factor. I like the fact that Solo is trying to be the big dog because he was under, the thumb of Roman for so long. Took out Jimmy because Jimmy wouldn't, say that he was the one. Brought in his own crew. I am so you guys don't understand how tickled pink I am to have Jacob Fatu on WWE TV. I thought that dude was just going to be stuck to MLW. I thought that's the only way I'm going to continue watching this guy's MLW, GCW, those kind of things. This is where this is where it stops. For him. Yeah. And it was because of his criminal record.
Right.
It's not his skill. His skill in the ring is amazing, but unfortunately, the criminal record is what held him back for the longest time, and people didn't want to touch him. I like how the whole group is coming together. I'm down with it, and it feels new, refreshing, and even though they're taking what once was not even long ago and kind of recycling it real fast kind of thing, it still feels fresh. It still feels new and an alternative, because they have this main event mafia feel to them.
Yeah.
A faction that you're I don't know if this faction is going to work, but I'm kind of here for it. But I truly believe they will work. I like how the group is going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least for this version of the Bloodline anyway.
Yeah. Now OG Bloodline comes back, and we get Jimmy J, Roman together, and we can pull in Sammy potentially. Sign me up, man. Dotted line that. Let's go.
Yeah, I think if Zilla Fatu shows up, I think Zilla's going to be part of it. But then we're also forgetting about when is The Rock going to have time to come back, and
I think Zilla
fit in.
I think Zilla joins Roman.
You think Zilla joins? Yeah, Zilla joins Roman.
Think about that. It's his uncle, for crying out loud. Roman's literally not Roman's size uncle. Zilla, yeah. Zilla's literally Roman's nephew.
Yeah.
It's Umaga's son. Why wouldn't you put him with Roman?
Right. Exactly.
Who had the most love? Not that the whole family talks about Umaga in a very highly manner. But who had the most love for Umaga was his brother. He's talked about it many of times. So what better way to inject Zilla than to be right there at his brother, his uncle's side? Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Exactly, man. Yeah, but I would just love to see, I mean, do we see each bloodline faction? Do we see each one having 5 or 4 members? I mean, does because like I say, you hear the rumors about another
The one from New Japan, the big tall guy, the big tall one.
Yeah.
Haku's other kid. Well,
yes.
Yes, he had 3.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Why can't I think of his name?
I can't think of his name either, but I know you and I are on the same track on that one. Then, of course, if you had Zilla, so if he joins...
I say be 5 and you bring Sammy back. That's just me.
I say you bring 5 on 5 and you bring The Rock back to join Roman.
Not Roman. You don't bring Rock. No. Rock goes with Solo. He has to go with Solo.
Rock goes with okay.
Rock has because we're going to get a Cody versus Rock match. That's another match we're going to get. I still want to see Rock versus Roman. So there's 2 matches I want to see Rock do still. The only way to do that is to have him join Solo.
Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense.
And he's solo. I mean, The Rock's Solo's tribal chief. Rock's pick for tribal chief.
Yeah, I get you.
Come on, man. There has to be a bigger reason because they were gearing up for Rock versus Roman, family versus family, and then they did the swerve turn. We get Cody back in the main event. Why would we not have Rock versus Roman somewhere down the line in some way? You have the culmination of Sammy, Zilla, the Usos, and Roman in your War Games match against Solo, Jacob, the Tongans, and then whatever their older brother, the tall, I can't remember the tall one. That's your 5-on-5 right there. Rock comes out, helps Solo win the 5-on-5, setting up for WrestleMania Rock versus Roman. And then SummerSlam, we get Rock versus Cody.
Okay.
Or vice versa. You flip that maybe. I don't care, but
right.
You can get Rock versus Roman. Oh, what if Rock versus Cody at WrestleMania? Rock beats Cody to take the title, and then Roman's like, "Hey, SummerSlam, you and me."
Wow. Yeah, like I said, there's still many ways to go about this, but everything will come in due time. Everything will come in due time.
God. I love wrestling has all these ways to book it again. Like, it just feels fresh.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for a concert Tuesday night. That's all I'm waiting for.
Yes!
That's what I'm waiting for. Yes, sir.
Dude, NXT is so much fun.
Yeah.
I actually watched Slammiversary too, and Slammiversary was dope.
Yeah, Slammiversary was awesome, and
Nick Nemeth winning.
Yeah, and let's make note that Joe Hendry actually eliminated Moose, who had the belt.
Correct.
And then freaking dude, what was up with Josh Alexander doing that whole low blow bull crap?
Whoa, yeah, Josh Alexander's heel turn, low blow, and Joe Hendry taking him out like. Woo, boy. I wasn't ready for that one.
No, I wasn't. I was. Dude, you can't believe, you should have seen how mad I was. Where I'm like, that's bull.
I was like, no. Overall, it was a good show, though.
I threw a folder across the room. I was ticked.
Again, you had Speedball versus Mustafa Ali.
Oh, dude, no, that wasn't.
Dude, there were so many good matches.
But now, thanks to that, now with Speedball winning that X title, you got Mustafa going after Nemeth now.
Yes,
for the world title.
Yes,
now,
can't wait. Can't wait.
Point. Apparently, it's supposed to happen next week, but we'll see.
Hopefully, I can find a stream.
Yeah, Shoot, well, they're going to be down at like a Florida State convention, fairgrounds in Tampa this weekend. They're doing like 2 shows.
Oh, nice.
They've already they advertised a lot of the big names, including Henry on there.
They had it was nice to see TNA with a packed house again. Like that arena was filled.
Yeah, I said, I would like to see some more of the NXT talent to go down to TNA.
100%. There's so many that could go there and have a good running.
It has to be TNA and NXT right now, but I think that'd be good. But come Indianapolis, February 1st, I want to say his name, and he better be coming out of either 1 through 30. So he needs to be there at Lucas Oil Stadium for the Royal Rumble. Hendry has to be there.
Oh my God.
That would be, and it's crazy. And it's crazy though how Jordan Grace was the big one that started this off. When
she's the catalyst,
a champion, and then we did that, and the next thing you know, we're getting all of this now with the Rascals coming back, Wesley reuniting with them, and then of course Joe Hendry before that. And it's like, man, but now you don't see much of Jordan Grace. I'm like, come on, man.
I want to see Jordan back in WWE.
I'm telling you. I mean, I still would have been, would have been.
I still think they shit the bed when they didn't have her win the title. Personally,
yeah, I think so.
That's 100% me. Like, I think they shit the bed hardcore on that one.
Oh my,
Sean, you should have pulled the trigger and had Jordan win it and put TNA over in a big way as them invading and then done this whole thing.
Who knows? Maybe they weren't ready for it yet. Who knows, man? I don't know.
Oh no, it's fair. They're I guess several of the talent within TNA and NXT have both said how they think the partnership is going great. There's numerous stars, Moose being the loudest of them all, that said that he personally believes this partnership with WWE and NXT is way better than the partnership than they had with AEW and New Japan. So no, they're doing big things all together right now and really elevating. I kind of really hope MVP and Bobby Lashley show up and like help Moose out or something. And we form a new Hurt business, or we continue making the system even bigger. Get out Eddie Kingston and Eddie Edwards though. Eddie Edwards is garbage.
Are you talking about Eddie Thorpe?
No, Eddie Edwards.
Oh, Eddie. Oh, Edwards.
He's in the system. Him and Brian.
Yeah. Eddie.
I like Brian, but like I'm not. It's not that Eddie's bad. I guess I don't know. He's a goof to me.
He's just a goof. Yeah.
He looks like a dude that worked at Walmart. I never was a fan of like. And then I found out the other wolf was a D-bag. So there's a difference.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Wow. Yeah, man, we had a lot to chat about, man. But I think we're going to be set to kind of getting out of here. But thanks to Punk Synister for being our featured guest of the evening. Got a lot of things going on here. I'm going to actually be down in Collinsville on Saturday. To say hi to Haku again. And it's like, hey, sorry, your boys are not going to help your solo get the belt, but it's cool to see you. and then see.
You should ask them about the low blow.
Yeah, the boys. Did they reconcile the low blow?
So Haku, sir, did you teach your boys how to do that one? He'd probably tongue and death grip you.
I wonder if he actually saw it. I don't know if he laughed or put his head in his hands. So that's one thing I'm going to be dying to know. But yeah, then of course we're going to be. We'll definitely have you a guest next week. just kind of stay tuned into that. Also, kind of let you know the Cauliflower Alley Club's coming up here in a few weeks. So we're trying to see what we can do to line up a good guest. That's probably going to be down at the Cauliflower Alley Club here in Las Vegas. So we'll hope to get that. And yeah, man, that's pretty much all I had. We're going to actually, hey man, I've got my radio link back up again.
Nice.
So, and I've found a way that I can actually play the replays of our podcast, at least in audio form. So, I'm going to try to be playing this on LTX Radio at ltxradio.com.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so might be doing that maybe on Tuesday starting at 6 p.m. And see how that goes. So probably do that on Tuesday, and so you can catch the audio version. I'm also working to get an app built for both Google Play and iOS. So
wait, like our own personal app?
Well, no, for LTX Radio.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's technically our own personal radio station then.
Yeah, well,
if you're making your own app for it, like, hey.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one building the app, but I'm paying for the service for that. So they're like, yeah, we'll get you an app built too. And I'm like, okay, well, sure,
Nice.
build it. Trust me, I know about.
If we can get any help, we can, right?
Yeah, like I said, well, and then of course I'll be. That's also going to be something. We're playing some other music as well in different genres, but I'm going to dedicate maybe Tuesday night to maybe at 6 o'clock. I don't know. I'm trying to find a good one because there's wrestling just about every night of the freaking week. And I don't want to.
You just got to pull the trigger on and do it.
Yeah.
I still think we should have a weekly recap episode too. Like,
yeah.
Not like us, but like where our show replays via YouTube and all that stuff. But
yeah, I'd like to replay it on X if it let me.
God dang X.
Freaking X. Well, we'll get over it. But we could talk all night about how X is and how Elon can go buy out Twitter and go buy out ABC, and yet he can't get things straight. So
yeah, and get Justin Savage and Synister back to the X account.
Yeah. Well.
Bye, guys.
Oh well. Anyway,
we're out.
Yeah, we're out. Thanks a lot for what this has been episode number 155, guys. We'll see you later. We'll see you next week for episode number 156. And have a good week. We'll see you then.
Love you guys.
See ya.